Hey everybody, Jim Cheshire here. I have Stu Hoffman here with me. This guy's done so much for the chiropractic profession in terms of keeping them safe and protected by practicing under good guys. So, Stu, let's just tell people a little bit about what you're doing with Chiro.
Thanks, Jim. With Chiro, we're the malpractice insurance provider, but we're not just a malpractice insurance provider because there's a lot of companies out there. I'm a chiropractor like everyone that's watching this, and as a result of that, we make sure we have your back in taking care of you, being proactive, being educational, and making sure we're there to defend you if and when you ever need that. So we're a malpractice insurance provider, but we're a little bit different than most.
So what brought you to Chirofest this year, and is there anything you'd like to say to Paul Reed and his team for putting on such a quality event?
Well, it's not a surprise that it's a quality event because Paul Reed is a quality guy, and we've supported his event every year that he's been here. Paul has been a client, but more importantly, he's been a friend for so many years, and he's brought great people together. As you know, it's a great atmosphere here, and everybody should be here. You know, it's the one big event in the Northwest, but at the same time, it shouldn't just be the Northwest. Everyone travels to Vegas. Everyone travels to the East Coast. People from the East Coast need to get up and get out here and support an event like this because they'll be really pleased with what they get from it.
Well, you know, what I've come to realize over the time is events like this, they're not just for the people on the stage. They're not just for the butts in the seats, but they're for the community. And I think when more people realize that chiropractic is a community and we're all brothers and sisters in arms, that we bring a better quality chiropractic message when people do come out here and get dipped in the principle, they get dipped in the philosophy, they get dipped in the science and the research. And I think that that's what these events really bring people together and do, is it congeals like this effort of culture.
Right. You hit it spot on. And, you know, just listening to Matt Hubbard this morning, he was great. He was on fire. And following him, bringing up Lacey Book. Lacey, she couldn't have been better. She is a powerhouse. And, you know, one of the things that at Chirosecure I mentioned that we educate. Well, Lacey is a prime example. This profession is full of really powerful women, and we have our own show every single week that is just for women chiropractors. And there are so many of them here. You have Sean Powers, and you have Chuck Gibson here, one of the legends of the profession. Just to rub shoulders with him is great, and there are just so many of those people, right?
You know, wholeheartedly, the reason I keep showing up on this chiropractic roadshow, as I call it, is because there's so much what's happening within these four walls that we need to get chiropractic to live outside the four walls of chiropractic. And that's why I put these interviews out there, is because I want people to know what's happening, the buzz that's happening, I mean, there's so much like effort that goes into one of these weekend events that, you know, not only Paul puts on, but there's a lot of big names out there that are putting these events together. You know, the OK Focus group, which was absolutely amazing out there in Oklahoma. And that's just it. We get impromptu stuff here. It's just a fun atmosphere.
Hey, when you have a president of a chiropractic college come up and goose you, it's okay. But, you know, you're talking about something that is near and dear to me. It's about getting to the public, not just to the doctors. And when we're talking about that, it's really sharing in a similar or same mission, because one of the things that we promote at Chirosecure is we have a mission to actually change the public perception of chiropractic. The doctors do it by educating people, by advertising, promoting, networking. But we do it as a malpractice provider first and foremost by keeping the doctors safe, by reducing their risk so that there isn't bad exposure out there. And one of the things that we get to deal with is all of this so-called stroke myth. But it's a myth that pays out a lot of money. And at the same time, we've spent so much money and so much energy researching the whole stroke issue. And as a result of that, even the last two claims we've had that actually went to court, we won. That doesn't mean you win all of these cases. It doesn't mean you don't pay out, but it's a good sign. And part of that is getting good information out in the public eye, rather than having, emergency room doctors who are taught, hey, if someone comes in with stroke-like symptoms, you first ask them, have you seen a chiropractor? And if the answer is yes, they caused it. I just had another one of those 2 days ago. Someone that actually went to one of the main clinics in the country on strokes, and the doctor said to him, this is from an actual injury. What did you do? Nothing, nothing, nothing. Did you see a chiropractor? Yes. I see so many of those. That's what caused this stroke. And now he's suing the chiropractor because God has spoken. And we have the actual facts on our side, so we have the ability to defend it as long as the doctor's documentation is okay and all of the other things. But, that's something that we all need to stick together, just like you're talking about. It's one thing that happens between these four walls, but it's a whole other thing about getting to the public and changing that public perception of who we are as a profession and what we do.
And I just want to make a point on that, too. If you guys like what we do here with Chiro Hustle here at the Chirofest out here in the Pacific Northwest, please share this. If you guys think there's some value here, please give us a comment. If you guys are watching this on replay, hashtag replay, so we know that you guys are watching this. And if it's something you find value in, just support what we do, because we support the truth and the message of chiropractic. And one of the tenets of what we do is to keep free speech alive and well in the chiropractic profession by putting out so much content that people have a trusted resource now to get their quality information from, and then we build each other up and we build partnerships with amazing companies like Chiro Secure and meet people where they're at and give them what they need. So by saying that, if somebody wanted to work with you, Stu, what's that look like?
Well, it's easy. You can simply just, first of all, like us on Facebook also under Chiro Secure. But if you go to our website, chirosecure.com, just click on Quick Quote. In about 30 seconds, it'll show up in our office. We'll give you a call. We'll compare and contrast not only price, that's important, but what's even more important is what coverages you're getting, because I would venture to say that we have as good and better in terms of comprehensiveness of coverage than anyone has available in the market. And, just give us an opportunity to at least compare. And Jim, I just want to say to you before we close that you're doing a great job out there. I see you everywhere, mostly live, but sometimes online as well. And take to heart what he had to say. Let's stick together and let's make sure we do the profession proud and get to the public and increase the public's ability to access chiropractic, because then we'll have made a difference, and we all want to do that.
Mm-hmm. And the last thing I wanted to point out is you didn't decide to make a malpractice insurance company just out of you wanted to have more work to do, right?
Well, I learned that having 14 chiropractic offices over the years and about 50 associates was actually the easy part of my career. This is a long haul. We just started our 28th year, and it started basically as a volunteer committee structure being asked to put a program together, and it grew so much and so big over the years that, this is something that I do more than full-time, as you can see, whether it be in the office or on the road or both. I just want to tell you, it's not something at this point in life I have to do, but I still have the passion to make sure that all of our doctors are taken care of, protected, and I want more of them with us so that we can continue to make a difference in the profession and in the world. So.
Awesome, Stu. Well, I just want to say a big thank you to what you're doing for everybody out there, keeping them safe and protected within the chiropractic profession, because a lot of times I tell people when I'm out there doing screenings and I schedule people in, a lot of times people just don't take action because they don't know where to go or who to trust.
That's true.
And now we have somebody that's a trusted resource for you to be able to help you with any of your concerns when it comes to legalities of building a practice and staying safe within your four walls to where you can enjoy your quality of life outside of your four walls. So with that being said, I just want to say thank you to Paul Reed
Thank you.
and everybody that's going to watch these live videos. We have